Can I get two slices of pizza?
No.
Of course, honey.
No, you never ever finish two.
Hello?
Mr. and Mrs. Cannon, I'm Deputy Chief at the U.S. Embassy. Your daughter Katie has been found. She's alive.
It's very important you fully prepare yourselves for what you're about to see. No sudden moves. No loud noises.
Hey, Butterfly. It's Mom and Dad.
Yeah, we are here.
Welcome to the latest Weekend Warrior video review. This is my review of Lee Cronin's The Mummy, which comes out on April 17th nationwide. If you hadn't heard about it yet, it's written and directed by Lee Cronin. It is not being released by Universal, so it's not part of the Dark Universe. It's not part of the Mummy movies that starred Brendan Fraser, and has nothing to do with the Tom Cruise and Russell Crowe movie that came out. God, I don't know even how many years ago, but that was pretty terrible. But this is a brand new take on The Mummy by Lee Cronin. It's produced by James Wan and Jason Blum. Blumhouse and Atomic Monster, reverse it, Atomic Monster and Blumhouse. It returns The Mummy back to horror. Lee Cronin previously directed Evil Dead Rise a few years back, which I was not a huge fan of at all. I can't tell you why. I was pretty bored by it. But I definitely wasn't bored by The Mummy. It's a very gnarly horror movie with lots of scare, lots of gore. And let's get into it. I'm going to try to avoid spoilers as much as possible, just because I think that, if you've seen the trailer already, you know kind of the general premise, and I'll go over that. And I'll talk over about a few things like the acting and some of the other things, but starts off with a prologue of a happy family driving in Egypt. When they get home, they find out a bird of a little girl is dying, so the mother takes the bird down to the basement where there's a pyramid, like a full-blown pyramid, and a sarcophagus, and they open the sarcophagus, and there's something inside. The movie's called The Mummy. What do you think is inside? So that happens. Then we meet Jack Rayner's Charlie Cannon and his wife Larissa, played by Lia Costa. They have two kids, daughter Katie and a younger son, Sebastian. Charlie's a reporter while Larissa is a nurse or a doctor. And one day, while Larissa's at work and Charlie's supposed to be taking care of the kids, the daughter Katie is out playing when she encounters a woman we saw in the prologue, played by Hayat Kamil, who does some weird magic stuff and then kidnaps Katie. You might already know that from the trailer. The trailer really focuses on what happened to Katie, because Katie disappears, and then the movie cuts forward 8 years, and the remaining family is living back in Albuquerque with Larissa's mother, who is very religious, and they all miss Katie. Obviously, she's been missing for 8 years when something happens back in Cairo, and they find a body inside a sarcophagus wrapped in bandages, and it's Katie. Yes, she's been mummified. I guess that's a spoiler. I don't know. But basically they bring her back to Albuquerque, and weird things happen. I don't want to get too heavy to spoilers, but she just acts really strange and weird and vomits a lot. And the movie is very gnarly. There's a lot of like skin being peeled off. There's a lot of wrapping and unwrapping of these bandages. It is pretty scary, I gotta say. It's creepy, it's scary. It is, it has a lot of stuff that I wasn't expecting, like the girl Natalie Grace who plays Katie. She's like caked in makeup. She's doing an amazing creature performance. This is very much a monster movie. It goes right back to the Boris Karloff movie from the 30s, which I always really loved. This movie is definitely an homage to that, even if it's not a Universal per se. I have a lot of questions about like how that happened, about how Lee Cronin got his name in the title. I mean, I noticed the set differentiated from the Universal Mummy, which is coming back in a few years or next year with Brendan Fraser. This is not that movie. It's a little strange because Blumhouse has already made a Wolfman movie and an Invisible Man movie, also for Universal. I don't know how it happened. There's a good story behind that, but just the movie itself. I mean, I was actually pretty impressed. I liked Lee Cronin's writing. I liked his direction. I liked that he was not afraid to like make it really, really super gory. There are lots of fluids. There's lots of blood, gore, and scares. I mean, there's some really scary moments, and it's not just it's not just a typical modern day horror movie. I think a lot of like my more cynical colleagues were kind of saying that just Evil Dead again, which I don't see it at all. Some of them were also saying, oh, there's not really the Mummy, and it's totally the Mummy. I mean, Cairo plays a huge part in the movie. Even though a lot of it takes place in Albuquerque, it does cut back to Cairo, where a detective named Dalia Zaki, played by May Calamari, is looking into what happened to Katie. And she's trying to find out who did this to her and what they did to her. And we learn all that stuff over the course of the movie. I'm not going to give it away, but it's really kind of interesting. It does take the Egyptian mythos and incorporates it into this family story. There are a lot of like kills. There's one particularly gnarly kill which I really loved. I won't give it away, but there's a lot of gore. There's a lot of the possessed Katie attacking others, possessing others. Some really funny moments involving the girls. I gotta say, I was really impressed with the two girls in this movie who really, I mean, they were really put through a lot. I mean, I gotta say that this is like this kind of thing. Like, I didn't like Lee Cronin's Evil Dead Rise, but I did like Fede Alvarez's Evil Dead movie. And this is definitely more in that vein, I would say, but also pays homage to a lot of other movies mainly from the 70s, including The Exorcist, The Omen. I saw one scene that reminded me of Burnt Offerings, which is a movie I also loved from the 70s. And then it does have a little bit of Evil Dead in there too. It has a little bit of that. But I'd say that if you like gore, if you like horror, you should give it a try. I think you should go into it kind of open-minded. I will say that the movie is a bit long. I thought generally the cast was okay, even though Jack Rayner is kind of doing the same character he's played in Midsommar. He's kind of dopey and says stupid things to get his wife mad, and gives this horror look. He's very similar to his character in Midsommar, which I think is a little bit off-putting. But it didn't really bother me that much because I really just enjoyed the story. It goes on a little long. There's an ending which maybe it didn't need, but I generally like it. I think I would see it again if I had an opportunity. I won't rush out to see it, but I'd say if you like horror, if you like gore, if you like scares, then you could definitely do worse than Lee Cronin's The Mummy. It is very effective, creepy, scary, eerie, and like I said, very gnarly. It's got some really, really gross sequences that people are going to be like very on edge about, I think. So thumbs up for Lee Cronin's The Mummy. I think I would give it 7.5 out of 10, which is, as most people know, is my normal good, won't recommend to everyone, but still a very good rating. All right, that's it.
Say something. Don't worry, Grandma. It's fun to be dead.
I just want my daughter back.